Hi, everybody. Welcome as we get set for game number 2 on field number 3. It's B Division Machine Pitch Baseball here on JockJive.com. Shalimar and Graceville. And by the way, it's an audio-only coverage, so we'll give you a pretty in-depth description of what's going on here on the diamond as a result. Bandwidth not quite what it needed to be able to bring you a picture as well. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. Shalimar's Wildcats, Graceville's Tigers about to do battle. Shalimar is the visiting squad on this one. Graceville will be the home team. Jack Harrell, catcher, stepping into the batter's box. The left-hander will begin things for Shalimar. Getting that offense set for you for Shalimar. Bentley Bailey is the third baseman batting second. Moxie Hoy is the shortstop in that 3 spot as it's fouled away by Harrell. Jack Morocco is the first baseman batting in the 4-hole. John Brown will play second, bat fifth. Anthony Kirby is in right center field batting sixth. Garrett Meggs, the pitcher, in the 7-hole. The 8-hitter is Jacob Bennon, the right fielder. Tyler Rojas bats ninth. Dylan Mayturn is the left fielder batting in the 10 spot. Fouled away again by Harrell, and a 2-strike count. Landon Fagan, left center fielder, bats 11th, and Shannon Kidder is the 12-hitter for Shalimar. Facing this Graceville defense, Caleb Bush is beside the pitching machine. Behind home plate, Hunter Jones. The first baseman is Marquis Smith. At second, Troy Sumner. Rolled slowly towards Bush, comes out of the circle, fires over to first. Smith on the receiving end, and Harrell out on the 1-3 putout. One away for Bentley Bailey. Rest of the defense at shortstop, Landon Gammons. The third baseman is Ernest Dixon. That outfield for Graceville, going left to right, Jeremiah Dixon, Dequarius Ward, David Baber, and Davion Cade. One away, nobody aboard. Top part of the first. Bentley Bailey stepping in. Shalimar down in southern Okaloosa County, Florida. Graceville, I think a Jackson County community, as this one is wrapped into left by Bailey. A 1-out base hit. And Bailey will get on with a single for Shalimar in the first. Moxie Hoy coming to the plate next. One away, one aboard. Here in a ball game slated for an 11 o'clock start. Got underway late because the opening game started late and went long. Went the full 90 minutes. There's a time limit of 90 minutes. Of course, that time limit can be exceeded if you hit the 90-minute mark, say in the top part of an inning. Well, you'll go through the remainder of the inning and into the bottom and through the bottom of the inning as well if necessary. Bailey heading towards second. Throw down from Jones, not quite in time. And Bailey with base now in scoring position for Shalimar. Jack Morocco moving to the on-deck circle. Hoy trying to drive in the game's first run here in the top part of the first. Sliced over to right field, base hit for Hoy. Going to third, Bailey. He will not hold there. Just makes the turn and heads home. Aggressive base running for Bailey. And it turns a single by Hoy into an RBI shot. And Shalimar taking the 1-0 advantage here in the top part of the first. Jack Morocco followed by John Brown. No swing on the opening pitch to Morocco. Shalimar Wildcats decked out in the white jerseys, white trousers, got a little green and black splashed in. Tigers of Graceville in the orange jerseys, black shoulders, black trousers. Popped up on the infield, charging in from third. Dixon will make the catch over to first, and safely back is Hoy. Almost doubled up on Hoy. But able to get back safely. Hoy, and John Brown with 2 gone steps in. All of the machine pitch fields got some baseball underway. Your majors game between Mariana and Holmes County gets underway in about 32 minutes. Jason Thompson will bring you the Mariana Holmes County game Over on field 4, Mike Rideout's got Bluntstown and Sneads at Bassford with coverage of the Brooksville-Bartow game. 2 gone, 1 in, 1 aboard. John Brown batting. Anthony Kirby to the on-deck circle. It is hit right back up the middle, and that will get beyond both Bush and Sumner. And pitcher in second, rounding third, coming home, Hoy. And Brown single drives in the second Shalimar run. Shalimar with a couple of runs here in the top part of the first. Anthony Kirby taking a look down the baseline to third, getting instructions from coach. Meanwhile, Meggs will make his way to the on-deck circle. Brown at first. Bailey and Hoy have scored. Going is Brown to second. Throw is there in time. Jones able to get it to Gammons. Gammons with that sweeping tag. Able to catch Brown in second. So a couple of Shalimar runs in the top part of the first as Brown goes down, and Kirby will be in the batter's box when we get to the Shalimar second. But in between now and then, got the Graceville Tigers coming to bat here on Chalk Jive Sports. What game were you looking for? The double-A traditional? Yeah.
Okay, you found it.
Okay.
Or if it just...
Well, yeah. Yeah. And, you know, technology is fruity.
So, is there like post actual link, like it will take it directly to, or is it they'll have to go through these channels to find it?
You got to go through that same process to find it.
Post like a link to the...
You might, you know, I think it posts the link. I think it actually will post the, you know, the link. If you copy, I think it gives you that link. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm sure it does. Yeah. Okay. Right. Good deal. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you. Kayla Bush leading off the bottom part of the first, lays it over towards third, grabbed by Bailey. Throw to first, not in time. Bush safely there, goes to second, and then decides maybe first is a better spot to spend a little time on a Saturday morning. So he will make the U-turn, go back to the bag at first. And Graceville with their leadoff hitter aboard here in the bottom part of inning number 1. Let's get that lineup set for you for Graceville. Kayla Bush, the pitcher, batting first. Aquarius Ward playing left center field, hits in the 2 spot. Landon Gammons is the shortstop batting third. Marquis Smith playing first, hits fourth. Ernest Dixon, the third baseman, has the 5 spot. Troy Sumner, the second baseman, hitting 6th. Davion Cade in right field, hitting 7th. It is shot right to short. Hoy will make the catch. Over to first goes the throw. And able to get back safely is Bush. But what a grab by Hoy. That had some heat on it. Some habanero from Ward, but Hoy fields cleanly and gets Ward on the line out for out number 1. Rest of the lineup, Jeremiah Dixon, the left fielder, hitting 8th. Hunter Jones is the catcher, batting in the 9 spots. Headed towards second. Bush, but he's not going to get time to, or not going to be able to spend time there. Caught stealing second. And quickly 2 gone for the Tigers with now the bases cleared and Landon Gammons at the plate. As that one is fouled away by Gammons. Marquis Smith moving to the on-deck circle. David Baber is the right center fielder batting 10th. Dean Baber hits 11th, and Skylar Dion is the 12th hitter for Graceville. Popped up on the infield and backing up trying to make the catch was Hoy. Could not. Then reaching for it was Brown. He couldn't bring it in. And Gammons will be on with a single. So a 2-out Landon Gammons single has a base runner on for Graceville, and Marquis Smith headed to the plate. Let's try to get that Shalimar defense set for you. As Gammons will have the stolen base at second. So a base runner in scoring position for Smith. Garrett Maggs is beside the pitching machine. Behind home plate, Jack Harrell. First baseman, Jack Morocco. Second belongs to John Brown. The shortstop is Moxie Hoy. Bentley Bailey at third. The outfield, Dylan Mayturn is in left. Left center, Landon Fagan. Right center field, Anthony Kirby. And the right fielder is Jacob Bennett. Swing and a miss by Smith. Got a base runner in scoring position. 2 gone. Bottom of the first. 2-zip Shalimar lead. And Graceville trying to at least take some off of that advantage. And Smith, though, strikes out. So 4 go up, 3 go down. 2 base hits, 1 left aboard. 1 caught stealing. Nobody scores in the bottom of the first. We have played 1, and after 1, Shalimar 2, Graceville nothing. Top of the second, Anthony Kirby starting things off for Shalimar. A 2-0 advantage for the Shalimar Wildcats, taking on the Tigers of Graceville. A warm Saturday morning here in Bristol, just about a stone's throw away from an hour earlier. We are just across the river from where time goes from Central to Eastern. So here in Bristol, 11:37, and as I mentioned, just a short distance away, 10:37. As a matter of fact, these two teams out of the Central Time Zone. Rolled by Kirby, too short. Throw by Gammons to first, not in time, and Kirby on with a leadoff single for Shalimar. Six innings of baseball in this one, unless there are some conditions, some things that could be implemented that keep us from going 6. One is a run rule, 15 after 3, 10 after 4. As Mag shows bunt, backs off, runner takes off. Kirby is safely at second with a stolen base. Plus, the game may not go the full 6. Compliments of the 90-minute time limit. The time limit was what ended the game that preceded the Franklin County victory over East Lakeland. By the way, taking a look at your opening round of games in B Division machine pitch, Franklin County 6-5 over East Lakeland. Holmes County shuts out Liberty County 12-zip. Over in traditional play, it was Mariana beating West Volusia by an 11-2 final. And in Majors baseball, Liberty County beat Juanetta by a final of 12-zip. Garrett Meggs with a base runner in scoring position. That's Kirby. Nobody gone here in the top part of the second. Jacob Bennon to the on-deck circle. Temperature is expected to travel into the mid-90s. That one travels into left field for Meggs. Kirby on his way to third. He will be there safely on the other corner with a single as Meggs. And a couple of base runners on for Shalimar with nobody out in the top of the second. Jacob Bennon coming to the plate. As a matter of fact, I made a trip through Shalimar, I think it was Thursday. And the Shalimar of today is not the Shalimar of my younger years, although I keep forgetting my younger years are getting further and further away. As Meggs gets the stolen base, I was telling my daughter, who now lives down in Shalimar, that I remember when Destin was a bait shop. That was it. Just one bait store in Destin. And Destin, Shalimar, Fort Walton Beach, all different. Popped up over into foul territory. Getting underneath is Ernest Dixon, and Jacob Bennon is out number 2. Make that 1. First out of the inning. So Ernest Dixon making the catch in foul territory to get Bennon. Tyler Rojas coming to the plate with still a couple of base runners on, both in scoring position. 2 RBI opportunities for the 9-hitter Rojas. Dylan Mayturn moving to the on-deck circle. Top of the second, 2-zip Shalimar threatening to add more with Kirby at third and Meggs at second. When you get to the bottom part of the inning, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 spots coming to the plate for Graceville. Rolled to short. Gammons gets over. Picks up, fires to third, safely in his Meggs. Kirby came in and scored, and with the throw going to third, Rojas will wind up going to second. So on the Rojas at bat, Kirby in to score, Meggs to third, Rojas to second. Shalimar now with the 3-zip lead. And a couple of base runners in scoring position for Dylan Mayturn. Landon Fagan moves to the on-deck circle. No swing on the first pitch to Mayturn. One ball, no strikes. 5th at bat in the inning. Swing and a miss by Mayturn. You can max out at 7. 7 possible runs per inning. Rules over the course of time changing. I want to think a year ago, or at least the last time I did machine pitch, your max was the number of hitters. You can have a max of 10 hitters during the course of an inning. That max is now 7 runs. As Mayturn awaits. Chops it over towards pitcher Bush. Bush off the mitt into right field. Meggs will come in and score from third. Rojas goes to third. Mayturn at first with an RBI single, and Shalimar now leading it by 4. So Shalimar, which plated a couple of runs in the first, gets a couple of runs thus far in the second. And have 2 on for Landon Fagan. Channing Kidder moves to the on-deck circle. Stolen base for Mayturn. It will be without a throw from Jones, who wisely hangs on to the ball with Rojas at third. So now a couple of RBI chances for Fagan. Rolls it towards second, overrunning it. Sumner in from third, Rojas. And Fagan with an RBI single that brings in 1. And that Shalimar lead now 5. Channing Kidder, left-hander, steps in, top of the order, moves to the on-deck circle for Shalimar. 1 away. That lone out was Bennon, who flew out into foul territory to third. And Fagan takes off with a pitch, no throw from Jones. He will look back Mayturn at third and worry about Fagan later. So a couple of base runners in scoring position for Kidder. Rolled off the end of the stick by Kidder towards the dugout at third. Three runs have played and 2 runners are on. And Kidder drives it underneath the mid of Dixon at third into left field. Mayturn will come in and score. Fagan rounding third. He will come in. Throw gets away from second baseman Sumner, and now scampering back to first as Kidder gets off the bag. And now the officials will discuss, was Kidder off the bag a result of his own voluntary moves, or was he shoved off the bag? And now the officials will confirm. Mayturn and Fagan have come in to score. And let's see what the officials think. Again, I'm speculating. Don't have a mic down on the field. Don't have access to the conversation between coaches and umpires. But just wondering probably if Kidder is kind of nudged off the bag or whether he just stepped off the bag. And the officials have decided he's safe at first. So Kidder aboard. Jack Harrell steps in. First pitch. Kidder with a stolen base. In safely at second. Jack Harrell wrapped into the 1-3 in the first. Batting here in the second. In a 7-zip game. Bentley Bailey moving to the on-deck circle. Smash to Bush. Bush knocks it down. Underhands to Smith over at first. Gets Harrell on another 1-3 putout. To third goes Kidder. And there's 2 gone for Bentley Bailey. Bailey with a base hit, a stolen base, and a run scored an inning ago. Shows bunt. That's got the corners in like really close. Smith coming in from first and Dixon from third. Anticipating the bunt. And pulling back is Bailey. Diving back into the bag at third, Kidder. Smith was on the other side of the diamond, but, you know, Kidder needs to get those jerseys and trousers dirty anyway, so might as well do it early. I mean, not only do you come here to play ball, you come here to get dirty. In foul territory for Bailey. I mean, who wants to go home with white trousers? Got to have some smudge marks. Bailey singled, stole a base, scored a run back in the first. Moxie Hoy to the on-deck circle. 7-zip Shalimar lead with 2 gone, and Kidder at third. Rolled slowly towards the machine. Nice scoop and fire by Bush, able to get Bailey on the 1-3 putout, leaving Kidder on. But Shalimar will play a total of 5 runs in the inning and lead it by 7 as we head to the bottom of the second. We head to the bottom of the second. Ernest Dixon starting things off. Troy Sumner and Davion Cade due up in the inning, too. Shalimar building a 7-run lead after a 2-run first and a 5-run second. Dixon, Sumner, and Cade, the 5, 6, and 7 spots due up for Graceville. Here in the bottom part of the inning, swing and a miss by Dixon. Dixon, a nice play on the foul ball by Jacob Bennon in the second. Popped into foul territory, and Dixon defensively making the catch. Couple of strikes on Dixon as he fouls off the pitch. Temperatures in the mid-90s, heat indices into the upper 90s, and maybe even into the triple digits today. There is a call of rain, and well, that's something we're hoping Mama Nature will hold off on. Roll towards second. That will get away from Brown and allow Dixon on with a leadoff single. So Dixon aboard for Troy Sumner as Davion Cade moves to the on-deck circle. Pool play today and tomorrow. Bracket play coming up on Monday. Bracket play begins at 5 o'clock on Monday night. And obviously you want to win as much as you can in pool play. Win them all and you've guaranteed yourself a spot in bracket play. Lose one, you're still probably in. Lose two and you're probably not. Troy Sumner. A couple of swings and misses. 0-2 on Sumner. Davion Cade is on deck. 9 going to the plate in the top part of the second for Shalimar, with 5 coming in to score. 1 left aboard and 3 go down. Swing, a miss, and out will go Sumner. One away for Davion Cade. Jeremiah Dixon moving to the on-deck circle. Well, definitely got to say thanks to the concession stand here. Came up and said, "What do you want?" And that's music to a broadcaster's ears. And then delivered with some delicious fries and hamburger. As a matter of fact, when you're coming to the park here in Bristol, why eat anywhere else? You want some great food? Check out the concession stand. And a big thank you to Ray Gliss and all his staff here in Bristol for hosting the event. Of course, to Tony Smith and all the guys with Dixie Youth Baseball for the opportunity for us to be able to broadcast. I want to think state tournaments since maybe 08. This may be the 10th year of covering Florida Dixie Youth State tournaments. 0-2 on Cade. Here's the 0-2 offering. Jeremiah Dixon on deck. Base runner at first is Dixon. Popped up behind the plate, trying to get there to make the catch as Harold just simply could not. Does everything right, though. He does the things that a catcher needs to do. The first thing that he does is yank the headgear off so that he's got an opportunity to get a better view of a pop-up. Don't have the distraction of the face gear. Roll towards Maggs. Maggs will pick up and fire to second, and then it pops out of the mitt of Brown. And Dixon safely at second, Cade at first. Well, again, as I mentioned in the opening game, I don't charge youngsters who are 7 and 8 years of age playing in the heat of the summer. I just don't charge them errors. Now, that doesn't mean that the official scorekeeper does it. But I don't. So if they drop a throw, hey, it's a base hit. And that was Cade with a base hit that's got a couple of base runners on. Jeremiah Dixon batting. So a Dixon in scoring position and a Dixon trying to drive the Dixon in. You've got Ernest at second. You've got Jeremiah in the box. And a couple of swings and misses on Dixon. Hunter Jones moving to the on-deck circle. 1 away, 2 aboard. As out goes Dixon, a strikeout victim. That is the third strikeout of the game for that pitching machine against Graceville Tigers. Got Smith in the first, Sumner and Dixon here in the second. And Hunter Jones is asked to drive in the first Graceville run. Swing and a miss on the opening pitch to Jones. Hoy, Morocco, and Brown. 3, 4, and 5 spots for Shalimar coming to the plate when we get to the third. There's another swing and miss by Jones. 0-2. Two gone, 2 aboard. Shalimar by 7 in the third. Swing, a miss, and out will go Jones. Couple of base hits. Couple of base runners stranded. 3 strikeouts, though, in the inning for Graceville. It's a scoreless bottom of the second. We head to the third with Shalimar leading it by 7. Thank you. Thank you. What team's that? Yeah. Who is it? Oh, it says on there. I guess it should read. Yeah, it says Spring Hill. We head to the third, a 7-zip score. Shalimar with the advantage. Couple of runs scoring in the first, 5 runs plating in the second. Moxie Hoy leading things off. Rips it into right field, and Shalimar's got their leadoff guy aboard. That is hit number 10 in the game for Shalimar. And it's got the leadoff hitter aboard. Jack Morocco popped out to third in the first. He was the middle out of the inning, coming to the plate with one aboard here in the third inning. And if you are Graceville, you begin to get a little concerned here in the third about some run rules. There is a max of 7 runs allowed per inning. So Shalimar is not going to get to the 15 that could trigger one of the mercy rules in the third. But if they plate 3 runs, as this one is shot into left field by Morocco. And now Shalimar with a couple of base runners on in the third. But if you exceed that 10-run mark, it's starting to put a little pressure on Graceville, because 10 after 4 is the second phase of that run rule situation. John Brown with an RBI single in the first, caught stealing second after producing a run in the first inning. Batting here in the third with Hoy and Morocco on. Bunted foul by Brown. Anthony Kirby to the on-deck circle. 4 fields in use today, 4 fields tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. It's Wednesday, I think, when we get down to a single field. Or actually, scratch 1 field and get down to 3, where each division has a single field of play. Into center field for Brown. And a little bobble in center field of retrieving the ball, and that's going to allow Hoy to come in and score. Throw to the plate. And now you've got Brown caught in no man's land. Morocco will head to third to try to bail him out. Throw gets beyond. Third baseman Dixon goes to the screen. That's got Morocco in. And Brown tries to take third, gets tagged out. So Brown will pick up an RBI, his second of the game, driving in Hoy. Morocco comes in to score on the throw around, and then Brown tagged out at third for out number 1. So the base is clear, 1 out is registered, and the run count goes to 9 for Shalimar. And Anthony Kirby steps in with 1 away and nobody aboard. A couple of panhandle teams from the central time zone. 2-hop to short, fielded by Gammons. Long throw to first, has it there in time. And we'll get Kirby on the 6-3 putout. Shalimar, which has scored in every inning, 2 in the first, 5 in the second, a couple of runs here in the third. Leading it by 9 for Garrett Meggs. On the short hop, nice play by Gammons. Over to first, and we'll get Meggs on the 6-3 putout. Gammons, a couple of nice plays at short. Shalimar will pick up 2 and lead it by 9 as we head to the bottom part of the inning. You're listening to the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball Machine Pitch State Tournament on Jock Jive Sports. Bottom of the third, David Baber starting things off for Graceville. Dean Baber, Skylar Dion due up in the inning, too. A 9-zip Shalimar lead as Graceville tries to get rid of the goose egg here in the bottom part of the third and ask the bottom part of the order to do so. Swing and a miss by Baber, and there's one away as Baber is struck out to begin the third. Well, in the B division, you want that big piece of hardware to put on a trophy shelf to represent that you are the state champions. In the traditional division, there could be more baseball in the future. As a matter of fact, if you win here, there is more baseball. You head to the World Series in Lumberton, North Carolina. Happens late in the month of July. And we, of course, will be there for that one, too. We'll have the World Series for you. Well, I see that the Majors game between Marietta and Holmes County has gotten underway, so we've got baseball on all four fields now. As Dean Baber swings, misses, and he hits a 2-strike count on Dean Baber. One away in the bottom of the second. Dean Baber batting. Skylar Dion to the on-deck circle, and a swing and a miss by Baber. And 2 outs here in the third. Skylar Dion to the plate. Top of the order, moving to the on-deck circle, and we're to get the Shalimar fourth. The 8-hitter coming to the plate first. That is Jacob Bennon, and then Tyler Rojas and Dylan Mayturn due up in the inning, too. Swing and a miss by Dion. Nothing in one on the 12-hitter, batting with 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. Pops it up over into foul territory at first. Morocco able to get underneath, make the catch, and register out number 3. 3 go up, 3 go down. Nobody scores. Nobody gets on in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth here on Jock Jive Sports. Top of the fourth, Jacob Bennon takes the first pitch, pops it up to short. Landon Gammons will make the catch. And there is one away quickly here in the fourth. So one away, Tyler Rojas coming to the plate. Shalimar, which has played and runs every inning, maybe shut down here. Rolled to short. Gammons throw over to first, drop by Smith, and Rojas will get on. Well, Gammons fielded cleanly, but Rojas able to beat it out over at first. And you got a base runner aboard. That is Rojas for Dylan Mayturn. Mayturn with a single, an RBI, a stolen base, and a run scored that happened back in the second. Toss will get away from catcher Jones, go to the screen, and that's got Rojas safely at second on the pass ball. Well, Rojas is a significant run in that he would represent the 10th run of the game for Shalimar. Now, you got to go to the bottom part of the inning. Graceville, a home team, they would have an opportunity in the fourth, but it puts the pressure on the Tigers if Shalimar plates that 10th run. It means Graceville's got to do something in the bottom part of the inning. As that one is rolled to Gammons. Gammons, what a job! Fake the throw to first and fake down Rojas, who jumps off the bag at second and is tagged out. A nifty play by Gammons. Fields the shot by Mayturn and then fakes the throw to first. And Rojas bought it hook, line, and sinker and stepped off the bag, and Gammons tagged him out. Going to second, Mayturn, high throw, and not in time. Mayturn will get there safely with a stolen base. So Landon Fagan with an opportunity to drive in the game's 10th run. Has a base runner in scoring position with 2 gone here in the fourth. Channing Kidder on deck. The pitch to Fagan. Swung on and missed. And the count will go even at 1. Here's the one offering rolled to Gammons. Throw over to first in time. And out will go Shalimar in the top part of the inning. Well, Graceville cranking up the defense when they needed it most in the top of the fourth, shutting down Shalimar. 4 will go up, 3 will go down. 1 will be left aboard, but nobody scores. Shalimar leading it by 9, but the fact they didn't score in the fourth guarantees that Graceville will get another opportunity not only in the bottom part of the fourth, but in the bottom of the fifth as well. You're watching, or at least listening to, the Florida-Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament on Jock Jive.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament, join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501. Back to the top of the order in the bottom of the fourth for Graceville. That is Caleb Bush who wraps it into left field and a leadoff base hit for Bush to begin the Graceville fourth. Let's see if the offense for Graceville is motivated by the defense, which shut Shalimar down in the top part of the inning. As Bush gets on to begin the fourth. Warren lays it out in front of the plate, and he will get on with a single. So a couple of quick base runners for Graceville here in the bottom of the fourth, and Landon Gammons coming to the plate. Gammons made, at least to this point in the tournament, the play of the day. He fielded the grounder by Mayturn with Rojas on at second and faked the throw to first. Rojas bought it, headed to third, and Gammons just reached around and tagged him out. We would need, after a play like that, a little da-na-na, da-na-na. Bunted by Gammons. Throw over to third. That'll be in time. Speaking of heads-up plays, how about that one from Garrett Meggs? Meggs knew where to go with the throw and went to third to get the force out there. Now, there apparently is going to be a discussion. Graceville contending that the runner Bush got there first. And the officials will confer, and we will see if Bush is safe at third or if he is out on the force out, which goes 1-5. And he is out after discussion between officials. So that is a 1-5 putout that gets Bush. Ward is at second. Gammons the base runner at first with one away. Well, I see that Mike's game is over again. I'm going to have to move to field 4, but if I move to field 4, then it would be the lengthy day. But he's coming with gifts, so Mike, you can finish after 4 innings any day of the week if you want to work those kind of deals. But Mike has wrapped up his coverage of Blundstown and Sneads. Blundstown 12-zip over Sneads. As a matter of fact, both games over on field 4 for Mike have been 12-zip shutouts in 4. Holmes County beating Liberty 12-zip in the earlier game, and now Blundstown by the same score over Sneads. So we've got one score in our second round of games. Big cut from Marquis Smith. Steps in with a couple of base runners on. Smith, a strikeout victim, his last at-bat. That happened in the first, batting here in the fourth. As Gammons at first and Ward the base runner at second with one away. Graceville, after turning in the stellar defensive effort in the top part of the inning, trying to complement that with some offense in the bottom part of the inning. Smith with a 2-strike count. Swing, a miss, and Smith will become a strikeout victim for out number 2. 2 gone. Ernest Dixon coming to the plate. Ernest Dixon, a single his last at bat. That was in the second. Batting here in the fourth with a couple of base runners on, but now 2 gone. Popped up on the infield, and an over-the-shoulder catch. No, pops out of the mitt of second baseman Brown. And that's going to allow Ward to come in and score. Meanwhile, Brown is still down at second. Well, he took a tumble and fell on the shoulder, now on his knees, now stands to his feet. And in a little bit of pain, and apparently when he made the over-the-shoulder try and the ball popped out, the head got the dirt. Coach is out, dusting off John Brown. And now Brown apparently going to be all right and steps back to his spot at second. So the first round of the contest will plate here in the bottom of the fourth for Graceville. Great effort at second by Brown as it goes over the shoulder, but just not able to bring it in. And Ward in to score. Gammons goes to third. On the other corner is Dixon for Troy Sumner. Sumner, the right-hander, swings and misses. And a stolen base for Dixon as he will get safely to second. Swing and a miss by Sumner. Sumner a strikeout victim in the second. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Davion Cade moving to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the order starts the top of the fifth for Shalimar, as Channing Kidder will come to the plate first. No swing on the pitch to Sumner. Couple of base runners on, both in scoring position. One in. Graceville getting rid of the goose egg. Swing and a miss by Sumner, and he will strike out to end the fourth. But Graceville's on the board as they played a run in the bottom part of the fourth. 9-1 lead. Shalimar coming to bat when we return to Bristol. At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player, team, and umpire specials available.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
First pitch, top of the fifth. Channing Kidder hit hard to Bush, fields it cleanly on the one hop, and then goes over to first with a throw. And the Shalimar coach giving the Graceville pitcher a little love. What a great play as he's able to get Kidder on the 1-3 putout. Right out in front of the plate, Bush fields, goes over to first. It's in time. Covering the bag is Sumner. Smith had gotten off the bag to field something to that side, but an excellent defensive job by Sumner to cover. And Harrell wrapping into the 1-4. And there's two away. And Bentley Bailey coming to the plate. Bailey 1 for 2 in the game, showing bunt. No swing on the opening pitch. 1 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base for Bailey. Moxie Hoy moving to the on-deck circle. 2 gone, nobody aboard. 9-1 Shalimar lead. It is lifted towards left field. Drops in, base hit. Bailey on with a 2-out single. Takes the big turn at first. Will go back to the bag. And Shalimar with a base runner here in the fifth. That is hit number 14 in the game for the Shalimar Wildcats. And I'm going to assume they go by the Shalimar Wildcat mascot moniker because Meggs, the middle school, which when I was in school it was a junior high school, went 7-9. I think Meggs is the Wildcats. So maybe that's the reason Shalimar is the Wildcats. If I had to guess, I would say pretty good possibility. Moxie Hoy, no swing on the opening pitch. Runner goes. Bailey safely at second with a stolen base. Two gone. Hoy is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a couple of runs scored. It's been a productive day at the plate for Moxie Hoy. Jack Morocco moving to the on-deck circle. Laced over towards right field, base hit for Hoy. Let's see if it scores. Bailey goes to third, does not put on the brakes. He will score, and Shalimar's lead back to 9. Hoy picking up his second RBI of the game, his third base hit. And Jack Morocco, who is 1 for 2, a fly out and a base hit. Left-hander steps in with Hoy at first. No swing on the first pitch to Morocco. John Brown moving to the on-deck circle. Graceville's fifth starts with a 7-hitter. Davion Cade coming to the plate first. Popped up towards center field. That will drop in as a base hit. And a couple of runners on for Shalimar. Here in the top of the fifth, John Brown coming to the plate. It was Brown who almost made that spectacular over-the-shoulder catch on the Ernest Dixon shot. Came down hard on his shoulder, stayed down a bit. Hops up, finishes off the inning there at second, now batting in the top of the fifth, and he's been perfect today. 2 for 2 and 2 RBIs for John Brown. Anthony Kirby awaiting his opportunity next. Couple of base runners on for Shalimar here in the top of the fifth. It is hit to short, and all Gammons has got to do is get to second before Morocco, and he does. 1-run plate, Shalimar's lead 9. But the fact they did not exceed 10 means we'll go the distance in this one through the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 5th first, though, and stop with the 7, 8, and 9 spots. After this on Jock Jive.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player, team, and umpire specials available.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
Bottom of the 5th, Davion Cade starting things off for Graceville. It's Jeremiah Dixon and Hunter Jones due up in the inning 2. A 10-1 Shalimar lead as we get into the home half of inning number 5. Hey, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We'll keep you updated on score schedules and more. Simply put at Jock Jive in the search engine on Twitter, Jock Jive Sports on Facebook. Great way to keep up with all the stuff that we are doing, which this summer is Dixie Youth, SWAC Media Day, working with the Georgia Parks and Recreation, the Cal Ripken World Series coming up, just a whole lot of stuff all summer long. Cade strikes out to begin the 5th for Graceville. And there is one away here in the bottom part of the 5th. Jeremiah Dixon, a strikeout victim in the 2nd, batting here in the 5th. Hunter Jones moves to the on-deck circle. Our second game of the day on field number 3. And, of course, the eyes of the host and the Dixie Youth people on the skies in hopes that the rain, which is really kind of the landscape this time of year, those late afternoon heat-generated thunderstorms, well, we're hoping we can steer clear of them for a bit. Another swing and a miss by Dixon. How about all day? A rain-free Saturday and Sunday sure would be nice. Dixon allowing the pitch to go by. And that is the 4th of his complement of 5. So you got to swing at this one if you are Jeremiah Dixon. One away, nobody aboard. Swing, a miss, and Dixon is out number 2. Two gone for Hunter Jones. Jones a strikeout victim in the 2nd. Batting here in the 5th. When you get to the 6th for Shalimar, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 spots coming to the plate. Big cut. No contact from Jones. David Baber awaiting his opportunity next. Another swing and a miss from Jones. Kirby, Meggs, and Bennett. 6, 7, and 8 spots coming to the plate for Shalimar when we get to the 6th. And there is another Jones swing and a miss. 3 go up, 3 go down. Cade, Dixon, and Jones strikeout on the bottom of the 5th. We are going to the 6th here on Jock Jive Sports.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Bluntstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available. David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Roberts & Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts & Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts & Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players in scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
Anthony Kirby leads off the 6th, rolls it to short underneath Gammon's mid, and on to begin the 6th inning for Shalimar is Kirby. As a base runner is aboard, a 10-1 contest. Shalimar got a couple of runs in the first, 5 runs in the second, had a 2-run third, scoreless in the 4th, and plated 1 in the 5th, now leading it by 9. As we get into the top part of the 6th. Hey, want a download of any game in this week's tournament? They're only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com. As the runner takes off, Kirby. He is out. Compliments of a fine throw from Jones. Jones sending it to Gammons. Gammons able to lay the tag on Kirby. And Kirby caught stealing for out number 1. So 1 away for Garrett Meggs. Meggs is singled and ground out to short. He is 1 for 2 in the game. Jacob Bennon moving to the on-deck circle. Info@jockjive.com, though, to get a download of any game. $5. Garrett Meggs singled, stole a base, scored a run in the second. Hit into the 6-3 in the third. Batting here in the 6th with 1 away and nobody aboard. Kirby got on, but then caught stealing second, popped up over into foul territory, and that one just a little too far from Dixon. Had a long run over and was about an arm's reach away from bringing in the foul ball from Meggs. Jacob Bennon moving to the on-deck circle. Popped up left field, and there to make the catch in left is Jeremiah Dixon. Garrett Meggs out number 2. So 2 away here in the top of the 6th for Jacob Bennon. Bennon with a couple of flyouts, both to the left side of the infield. Flew out to third and short. And batting here in the 6th with 2 gone, Tyler Rojas moves to the on-deck circle. So the left-hander twice to the plate, twice going the opposite way, and twice going down. Flew out in the 2nd inning, flew out in the 4th inning. Drives this one to second, picked up by Sumner over to first. Smith will drop it on the receiving end, and Bennon is aboard with 2 gone. So Tyler Rojas will have an opportunity. He is 2 for 2. An RBI and a run scored. And has Bennon on over at first with 2 gone in the 6th. Graceville trying to make sure this lead gets no larger than 9. Already a pretty deep hole, and they don't want it to get any deeper. Into left field. And the perfect day for Rojas continues as he singles to left. Dylan Mayturn batting with 2 on. Mayturn 1 for 2 with an RBI, couple of stolen bases. Batting here in the top part of the 6th. And we're waiting on Dylan Mayturn to get to the proper on-deck circle. Can get confusing, I'm sure, for these youngsters. You want to be in the on-deck circle on the first base side if you've got a right-hander in, and that's what Mayturn is if he's a lefty. Then you go to the third base side. No swing on the first pitch to Mayturn. Graceville will have their 10, 11, and 12 hitters coming to the plate when we head to the bottom part of the 6th. Swing and a miss by Mayturn. And don't forget about subscribing to our YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and you want to know first before anybody else when a game's coming your way. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bennett at second, Rojas at first. Mayturn rolls it towards Gammons. Gammons scoops it up, steps on the bag at second before Rojas gets there. And the force out will put it into the top part of the 6th. 5 go to the plate, 3 go down, 2 left on, nobody scores. Shalimar with a 9-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3. Have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4. Be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
Bottom of the 6th, David Baber leading things off for Graceville. Dean Baber and Skylar Dion, the 10, 11, and 12 hitters due up. It is a pretty deep hole, 9-run lead for Shalimar. Got a couple of runs in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, were held scoreless in the fourth, got a run in the fifth, and then scoreless in the sixth. Meanwhile, Graceville's lone run comes in the fourth as David Baber strikes out to begin the sixth. 1 away, and Dean Baber stepping in. Skylar Dion to the on-deck circle. Jack Harrell, who started the game behind home plate, is now in the circle beside the pitching machine. And I believe Garrett Maggs, who was in the circle beside the machine, has stepped behind home plate. So the two of them swapped spots. And not a bad move at all as Baber swings and misses. And he will strike out for out number 2. You got a hot day and you got some hot gear on, so why not spread it around? Skylar Dion trying to extend the bottom of the 6th. A 10-1 lead, Shalimar and Graceville down to their last out. Top of the order, Caleb Bush moving to the on-deck circle. And well, apparently Baber had not struck out. Baber comes scampering back and apparently thought he had struck out but had not, and now he has. Swings and misses, and we'll get Dion back into the box. So Dion had stepped in. I want to think maybe the official scorekeeper had indicated to the official that Baber had not actually registered strike number 3 and got back into the batter's box. Now he is officially the second out of the 6th, and Dion will bat. Dion a strikeout. I think that a flyout. Flew out to first in the third. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Caleb Bush to the on-deck circle. Fouled back this direction. Graceville trying to pull off the admittedly improbable, but not the impossible. Rolled over towards second. Brown will field and then underhand to first. And did he get the out? He did. But Shalimar will do a little coaching at the end of the game. Brown had the sure out and then decided to underhand and made it not so sure over at first, but did get Dion on the 4-3. So this one will go final. It is a 10-1 Shalimar victory in pool play as they knock off Graceville. Graceville's got to stay on the diamond. Well, they'll take a break, but be back at 2 o'clock this afternoon, a little better than an hour from now, to take on East Lakeland as we continue pool play. As a matter of fact, the last pool play game in the B Division on Field 3 is Graceville and East Lakeland. That happens at 2 o'clock. It's final, 10-1. Shalimar wins it. I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.